This is a real party for you tonight. I am the epic party guy, and this is Dyson Sphere. We have just completed pretty much like 80% of this planet. Um, we have everything we need up to produce up to purple science, and that is phenomenal. That is just absolutely phenomenal. What we are missing, and what I'm going to do later on, is use this space right here. I'm reserving this space for producing green science because that is going to need 360 labs each for each belt. That is 24 stacks of these because they go to stacks of 15. And if you remember, that is, the red is 12 stacks. So we're going to need as much space there to the so that much space should be enough for um, two two lines because I mean that's what we're getting for purple. We're way overproducing on blue just because that takes so little space. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Red, we have four belts coming in. Yellow, we have four belts coming in. And green, right here, we'll have two belts. So we won't need to build blue for a while. We will need to build some purple and green on another planet once we get those up and running. But we haven't even started producing purple yet. And why? Because we don't have any friggin' crystal silicon. And we are massively underpowered once everything is running, while everything is running. So, for one thing, let's get this pulling in from space, from the orbital collectors. And this will also pull in from the orbital collectors and supply locally. And here, we can do the same thing. And hydrogen. There. Alright. So, we do that. And that will give us a good amount of resources. Hopefully, so with hydrogen coming in here, feeding all these, let's wait until these are all running and then we'll get a count because our power consumption was topping out at like 2.2 and very little change gigawatts when we just had a slight burst of making some research, and that's a little troubling. So I want to get another 4 gigawatts going, hopefully another 3 gigawatts on this planet, let's say. And that means 70 to 100 energy exchangers going on here, and I think that might be asking a bit much. So we might need to move. So we can have the green production here, but we'll have the intermediates for it made elsewhere on another planet, and that's fine. That's fine. So what are we doing tonight? Gee, Brian, what are we doing tonight? All right. So adding the hydrogen to those thermal plants added half a gigawatt. Not great, not terrible. Not terrible. Where's this? Okay. Oh, we can tear this down, actually. And get rid of this. Because this was a temporary setup to make red, and that'll free up some space here. What to do with that space? Still don't know. Still don't know. But we'll see. So what we're gonna do tonight is set up. You know, I said we were going to go to the other planet and make crystal silicon. And we really should. Um, and I'll get but I want to get energy exchangers starting to be produced here first. And that's a quick setup. That's not a hard setup at all. Even though it's an advanced building, it's not finicky. It's not hugely finicky, I should say. Famous last words, I'm sure. Okay, so what's in here? No extra slots. What's in here? Some extra slots. Good. But no extra ports. Nuts. Alright. Well, let's get that going. Like we were doing earlier. Okay. No extra. No help. Yeah. Ooh, help. Good. Good, good, good. That is what we need. Alright. So, here's what's gonna happen. We need one station pulling in. And this here and there. Because this is only going to be supplying the landing pad. That's the whole point of it. So, let's have this one pulling in some U. You. What do we need for you? You. Gonna be steel. You're gonna be processes. And that, and particle containers. You don't need that. Okay. So. You to you. You to you. You to you. And you do that. One, two, three, and oh, don't need. And you to you. I would like another assembler too. Because how quickly are these made? 15 seconds. I'm sure we can get 5 going. So that's like 1 every 3 seconds. Oh, you know what? Huh. I have completely not set these correctly. So if it's only holding 100 of any particular building, and we request 100, but the vessel can carry 1,000, it'll try to carry 1,000. And what's going on? The setting I'm changing right now is when will it be satisfied enough to leave. So I'm telling it that the minimum load of the vessel should be 1% of their maximum capacity, which for 1,000 is 10. So as soon as there are, okay, that's actually, yeah, we want it to be 10%, so 100. So when there's 100, it will bring a vessel load. Now, if there's 99, it won't ship. If there's 100, it'll ship. If there's 1,000, it'll ship 1,000. That's the bad part. That's the finagly part. So, we have 3 of these. So that little aside. Oh, alright. 4, 5. Excellent. Exactly what we want. So, building here. Needs 40 every 15 seconds. So that's like 3. So yeah, a Mark 1 won't be good. Won't be called. Is not called for. Oh, come on. Alright, fine. You want to be a pain? We can... Go ahead. I don't care. Grumble, grumble. What's the speed on this? 1.5. No. Really, I mean, a Mark II would be fine for the closest one, but further out, yeah, it needs a Mark III to be not bottlenecked. And we don't deal in Mark IIs, so. Stop it. Okay. Good. The output can be a Mark I. Yeah, that's fine. And actually, this one, because it only needs 8 every 15 seconds. It's fine. And there we go. Ah! Alright. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I can make that work. Damn it! Not what I wanted to do. Alright. There we go. Okay, so what are we low on? Processors. Yeah, because it's gonna be... Alright. Yeah, because it stores up to like 5 times what it needs. And, yeah. Alright, whatever. yeah, Mark 1 is just a hair too slow. So if we wanted to, optimize for power, we would swap the particle containers with one of the other ones, but that's we're talking orders of magnitude of savings less than the power concerns we have. So on scale, when you're talking about a smelting array, it's important to optimize that way. When you're doing this and it's just an ad hoc, finicky little thing, it's fine. So let's grab some of those and start prepping for our trip skyward. Going off into space. Space. Back our space. Space. And yes, I know I'm not planning on satellite substations on in the home system, really. So it's fine. What we are going to be doing a lot of over there is okay. Basically, what we're going to be setting up over on the other planet is a massive power generation belt around the planet, because that's the resource that we're most lacking right now, and that we will be hard pressed for. Because we're going to need particle colliders for strange matter. We're going to need hydrogen generation for deuterium and deuterium production. It's not going to be nice. It's not going to be pretty. It's a lot. It really is a lot of power. So I'll leave this here just as a nice little. Well, no, it's too close to the landing pad to be distinct. So. Excellent. Completely forgot about that. Alright, so we have vessels and drones to set up 2 stations. We have energy exchangers. We should ditch the miners. Miner, because it's taking up a slot. Gonna need all of these. And yeah, the thing we're gonna be using the most of, solar panels and wind turbines. So I'll leave these here. Actually, no. Those. Here. Yeah. I think I have a few backed up. So, Tesla towers, wireless power towers. And actually, so order of operations. When we get there, we set up a logistics station, pulling in some assemblers and smelters. Assemblers, smelters, belts, and sorters. Solar panels, and Actually, yeah, so we do want these with us. Ugh, I hate that. Because this is dense. These are... Bringing belts is dense. We're going to want good amount of... Okay. That should be fine. Oh! I almost did a dumb. You know what else we really need? Even though we're just only going to the neighbor. That's right, we need fuel. We don't really need the wireless. Yeah, we do. I'm not gonna be silly about that. All right. Oh, and the other thing that would be good for us to take. Oh, come on. All right. Foundation. Because when we get there, we are going to need to bury some veins. And we might as well do that. Alright. So, let's save where we are. And head off. Yeah, I have like an hour and a half that I can play. That I can do this tonight, because hooray, job interview tomorrow. Wish me luck. Alright, and we're in space. Oops. There we go. Indicator. Oops. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I could basically point it at like something a few light years away and just go to bed, you know? And the cruise assist would make sure I land somewhere in there, um, and we'd be fine. Maybe not somewhere in there. I would tell it like what planet to land on before I went to bed. But yeah, that's neat. I mean, what would I do there? Come on, I'd have to set up. Boom. Okay, we don't need that. What is going on here? Why are you having problems? Why are you having problems? Okay, whatever. So, here's the equator. So, best way to do this is find where the equator, this thick line here, crosses any of the meridians. This line here. This one of them. And go as dense as possible. Yeah, this is the place with over 100% energy on both of the types. This one, only solar, and it's fine. So yeah, we're gonna be walking around slash flying around this planet a couple times to do this. But we don't need to. So, ah, dang it, because so the best way to do this is, a full belt of solar with, or basically around the wind turbines. And yeah, I mean, this isn't so bad. But if I could, what you just saw me measure out is if I put it as the biggest interval it could, and it would land, and it happened to be at the, sizing that would just put it like right next to the turbine each time, that would be best. That would be the best. So like, if I just get the interval like one or two higher, one or two more. But for now, this will be fine. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is not connected to the main network. So I should build it back the way I came. And you know what? I discussed the order of operations and then completely ignored it, didn't I? Thankfully, this is a very forgiving game. There we go. So, let's get a power cage going. Alright. You... And now, let's get supplies coming in. So, we will want smelters. Lots of them. We will want sorters. A good amount. Sorters. A good amount. Wind turbines. And actually what would be neat would be to keep track of how many wind turbines it takes. So I'm gonna okay, so I'm going to yeah, let's also get some of these remote command. What else? What else? What else? Some assemblers. Alright. was like, why is it not pulling them in? Well, because I didn't tell it to. There. Ugh, Lord. Alright, and that should pull in all of them, all the ones we need now. Alright. You and you. You're fine. Alright. And while we're doing silly shit. There. Yeah, I know. There. All the foundation. Alright. Do we need anything else? I don't believe so. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna be setting up a bunch of stations. So we should have, yeah, let's say 20 stations. Just 1,000 of these. Remote demand. And of course that means we'll need stations. So, we have loveliness. Oh no. Okay. Alright. So, let's... Because the question is, do we want 3 wide or 5 wide? 5 wide means we'll get a triple layer of wind turbines in. And this is going to be our biggest energy producer, so we probably should. Or, nope. 7 wide means... that. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we are just banging out the electricity. Wonderful. It would be really great if the sun would come up on this side so that, you know, all the panels I'm putting down would actually do something right away. But, you know. Oh, speaking of which, it's sunrise. Daybreak. 20 seconds. Okay. Have them watching a while. Good morning. Okay. What? What? Okay. I was in a rush, apparently. You know, I said it would be really nice to keep track of how many wind turbines it takes, and then of course I didn't. So, okay, let's go around. How are we on power? Fantastic. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think I drifted. Damn my ADHD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I did. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 so far. So, starting out from 432. Let's change that. Yeah, we're good on that. So, 34. 614. 34. 40. 50. Of course, I'm sure if you could tell just by the distance between these two. 60. 70. 80. So, one of the important things is this soil pile amount down here. When you when you place a building, you're normalizing where that building is, you know, is being built down to sea level, ground level, whatever you want to call it. And when you lower the terrain, you gain the soil there. Don't ask where it's being stored, but you gain the soil there. When you fill in, like when you fill in canyons, or this was 90 wind turbines. When you fill in canyons or oceans or whatever, you have to spend soil. If you don't have the soil to spend, you can't fill it in. It doesn't work. Okay. That's 100. Oh, okay. 110. Oh, please tell me it's a regular amount. Oh no! I'm... Okay, either it is a regular amount and I misplaced somewhere, or that is really finicky. I might have misplaced somewhere. I think that was 109. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Let's do it this way. Here's a good way. Here's a good way to tell if any of them are misplaced, because there's exactly space for two solar panels in between. And so if we just run along, making the blueprints, We can see if any of them don't line up. I mean, we're outrunning our drones, and that's fine. Yeah, still matching up. Well, but this is interesting because we know that each cycle, each interval of wind turbines is 3 solar panels. So by knowing how many wind turbines, we can easily find out how many solar panels it also takes. Still matching up. Oh, and here we see, yeah, still matching up, so it might just simply be... Okay, yeah. Well, alright then. Takes 109 plus 1, sorry, 110 plus 1 grid step, 1 square at the equator. So, alright, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with it. We'll be fine. Huh. That's interesting. This, you know, didn't think it would allow overlap like that. It doesn't, okay, so it doesn't overlap, it doesn't overlap between dissimilar buildings, but like if you're trying to just have a field of solar panels like this, yeah, it's fine with it. Where are we? We need gigawatts. Really helpful if you could just overlay. You know, like I'm trying to do here. Wait a minute. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, right. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Haha. I like it. What? Okay, out of range, that's all. Oh, lack of item. Excellent. That's a good sign. That's what we call one of them good signs. Why? Because we can always just come over here and say, yes, please. Yeesh. All right. Do 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 do. Don't know which way is better in terms of more or less clicks, but let's see how well this works. Yeah, yeah. Give me power. There we go. That's fine. It'd be really nice, like, um, with both this and belts, is if you could tell it, like, give me a 5 wide brush or 3 wide brush of belts, of solar panels. da 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 da. This is what it looks like for passive power on an industrial scale. Come on, let's fix up over here. It's kind of awesome that you can kind of see where you are in terms of like sunrise, noon, whatnot by all the solar panels. Why are they? I mean, oh, I'm like, I'm on the equator. Why are they not pointing up? Right, axial tilt is the reason for the season. Oops. And kathunk. Ah, dang it. Come on. Now, what would be great is if you could tell the deletion brush, yeah, omit certain buildings. Yeah, like if you, here, you can tell it don't do facilities, or don't do guns, or don't do sorters. But that's not what I'm looking for. Oops. Right, should not move on. I need to do that. But yeah, it would be great to be able to do, patterns. I know that's, getting dangerously into blueprint territory. And yeah, it's on its way. Oops. Alright. So let's do one massive push. Come on. I also don't understand why it's only 15 at a time. I mean, it should be as much as you have range for. Yeah, this is a lot better than trying to paste it in between. What? Oh no. Did I fuck up? I fucked up. Okay. Thankfully, this is not that horrible of a fuck up. As fuck ups go. There. Unfucked. But yeah, if the interval could be extended just a little bit, I think it's like one or two more. Yeah, two more, two more squares. It would be able to just completely do itself. And who doesn't want to be able to do themselves? Ah. But yeah, so also the fact that you can, that it allows you to overlap like that is a good way to tell if you're off center. Cause see, there, it's like, can't, cannot overlap like that. So, handy dandy. There. Not bad at all. I'm so glad I don't have OCD. Otherwise, that would really bug me. We don't even have a single bleeding gigawatt, and that's a problem. That's what you call one of them problems. So, how can we do this? Oh, also it's not finished. Alright. Good to know that it's not finished. I think this is where it all starts. So, we can go backwards from here. For old time's sake. Do it the old way. But not here. And that's fine. Uh-oh. That's wrong. Alright. Wunderbra. But yeah, so orbit inclination, or yeah, planet's axial inclination is 35 degrees. So yeah, this is the plane of orbit, and yeah, so that's why they're all aiming else. Like the center of where all the solar panels are aiming is off of the equator. Alright, yeah, not even a gigawatt. This may have been a mistake. It is pretty nifty looking though. Alright, yeah. So this is all. This is now finished. Complete. It is now complete. And we're buggered. Not really. We're fine. We'll be fine. Just need to figure out how to create 3 gigawatts. Power generation has always been my issue in this game. So, what time is it? Alright. So that only took an hour. So, 327 wind turbines. Yeah. So, in units of this right here, there are three wind turbines. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18 solar panels. And there's 109 units. So doing this is 1,962 solar panels and 981 wind turbines. That's awesome. I like it. And to really like see how much that alone would generate, I would have to tear down all of the wind turbines here, and I don't want to do that. So what we need to do is set up a few smelting facilities. And here, remote supply. Let's get rid of these. I mean, hold them here because I'm going to be using a lot of them. This is not good. Yeah. Okay. this is not a lot of power that there's not a lot of power that it's going to be able to export. That's just the simple fact of the matter, unfortunately. Um, hmm. So we do have these fusion power plants. And fusion power plants works on deuteron fuel rods. Which are, I mean, they're a lot. They are a lot. They're really good. I think we need to crack into this. So 900 megawatts at 100% energy efficiency. And no, you can't just toss regular deuterium or hydrogen or any of these other things into the fusion plant, because this uses nuclear fuel. The thermal plant consumes, chemical. So like graphite, it says fuel type chemical. Here, graphene. Come on, graphene fuel type chemical. Here, deuterium fuel type chemical. So but deuteron fuel rods hold 600 megajoules. Divide that by 9 megawatts, and each one will hold out for over a minute. And yeah, I mean, these are meant to be the major backbone of power, really. And I mean, honestly, with deuteron fuel rods, I would be able to you know, have a couple stacks of them, because they stack to 100. And having 400 of them here means you'll be flying for a really long time between fill-ups. So but alright. Taking all these out. Taking all those out. I can already see there's a problem there. Yeah. We'll need that. Because, yeah. 1,200 of these means 2,400 of those. I just wasn't thinking earlier. And I mean, I don't want to be stuffed with this. So, let's get smelting, team. Haha. Fuck my life. Alright. Oh, and also we wanted to do here titanium crystals, and those need assemblers, 80 per line by the looks of it, and yeah, not bad, not bad. 3, 4, 5, and yeah, so we can do 2 lines per what's it called? Logistics stations. Right, English, what are words? So hydration is key. So let's get the silicon and the crystal silicon. Okay, let's get just these two, like, actually smelting at scale. Okay. Right, so these are both 2 to 1 in 2. So that means that these are going to be 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Wrong. 1, 2, 3. Right, so 2 to 1 means 2 to 1. Oh no. Space for power. Yeah, space for power. Haha. God damn it. What? Okay, fine. Oh, you want to be like that? Fine. I did it wrong. That's why they want it to be like that. Okay. 2 to 1 and 2. Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. I want to try to keep it off of... Let's see. I can use all four. All four sides of it. So let's have back end be like on this meridian, and that means somewhere like here, and of course it's buggered by the wind turbines. Of course, you know, I mean, it wouldn't make sense unless it was. I meant to grab some drones. Some drones. Okay. So this will be... Yeah. Silicon in, ingots out. Okay. You, you, to you. And that. Damn it. Alright. course, I forgot how to do the trick I love to do. Of course. You to there. So, you go to there. Which means you can go there. And you? Yep, that means you go there. You go there. I mean, I could have done that trick, which I think I'll do. Saves on space a little. Alright. So, one line, another line. Means you will be that. Okay. One, two, three, and in. One, two, three, and out. And yeah, that's four. One, two, three, four. There we go. So that is the 2-to-1 setup. So now we need to make sure that we can do let's just let this finish up. So okay. It's 2-to-1 in 2 seconds. So 2-to-1 sets up dictates the belts we need. The in 2 seconds dictates how long of a line we need. How many machines would it take? And that means first we charge up. Okay. Now mark 1 sorters. So normally it's 30 per line at speed 1, but it's every 2 seconds. So we need, that means that we need there's 15. And we have a whole planet to do this, so we will not be bending anything in on itself, thankfully. Of course, as soon as I say that, that means it'll happen. And there's 30. It's 11 there. Takes 3 per. So yeah, we're gonna need out to like there. There's 45. And there's 60. And yeah, we're gonna need some Tesla towers, apparently. Great. But that's fine. We'll make it work. Charging, charging. Damn it. So, yeah, for our... I don't like it. I don't like having to... I mean, Deuteron fuel rods just feel... I'm sorry, those fusion plants, I mean, just feel like a half measure for some reason. Um, I don't know. So, let's see where we need Tesla towers. Can I fit in between? No, of course not. Okay, well, it's every single one. Hooray. just like with the um, just like with the research labs. And now, if we had satellite substations, those substations have enough of a reach to cover like three, I forget if it's 3 or 4 lines of smelters. So they can be deployed much more in a much more compact way with the substations on the outside, which we'll do later on in future builds, future worlds. Because we are going to be. This is not a Forge planet. Forge planet, kind of sort of with as little of an official designation as it has is like 10,000 smelters. Which, by the way, 10,000 is 3.6 gigawatts of just the smelters. 3.6 gigawatts. It's just boggling to think about at this point. Do. But yeah, Tesla towers cannot be, don't have the option for the multi placement. Annoyingly enough. And yeah, the coverage here and the overlap on the Tesla towers are enough that I don't need to worry about like individual grid points. Right now I'm just doing this for aesthetics. And, future smelting arrays, even here on this planet, are not going to be like this anymore. I don't like how this is turning out. Fifteen. 15. 30. 30. 45. 45. 60, 60. Oops. Do, do. Oh no. Running low on sorters. There, and 60. 60. 60. And there we go. Oops. This is the one we want. So I'm fairly sure that I just have all the smelters in place at the moment. So that's a problem. That's a mistake. And I'll have to address that. Okay. Alright, let's just knock out both lines. Getting sick of looking at this. Oops. I think when it comes to... I really like the look on this planet, so I think when it comes to foundation, I'm going to do no decoration. So it won't look like a cue ball. It'll just be this nice painted look. Because, you know, one planet should be a cue ball, the other should be as natural, I guess. But we did not come here to make smelting of silicon. We came here for crystal silicon. Big crunch. Great crunch. Great crunch. Alright. Alright. So, smelting array assembled. It'll be the only one with wind turbines in it like that. Really, I should set up... Okay. Yeah, let's get... of course, as soon as I do that, I'm like, you know, do I really need to? Or should I right now? And of course, the answer is, maybe not so much. What the hell? Oh my god, grid crunch. Yeah, I should not have done that. I'm just looking to... Okay. Let's just keep these going, and... should tap some new silicon veins to make sure that it's all coming through nice and clean. But that's it. That's all there is. Oh my god, this is not good. Oh my god. Oh, this is not good. If I wasn't on infinite resources, this would make me seriously, decide or try to figure out if I should re-roll the seed. But but that would mean 53.5 hours down the drain. So, thankfully, not so much. Come on. Alright. Oops. Pop. Pop, pop, pop. Clear. Silicon ore. You to you. Do wish there was a cleanup all. You know what? Let's just start fresh here. I don't know why I'm putting the ore in there when I can just put the ore in here. When I go back to the home planet, I think I'm gonna set it up so that that station that is holding in for the belts, for making the belts, where it'll basically set it up to be recycling. Where is that last one litter? Come on. Anyone? Anyone? Come on. Anyone seen a floating box? Spinning in the air. If we could harvest what's making it spin, we'd have infinite energy. Anyone? Anyone? Ugh. There. Okay. I don't even... Some silicon. Alright. So, right here is 2/3 all of the silicon in our system. Not good. What it means is that we can't bury any of it. We need to have maximum coverage. And as tightly packed miners as possible. And I mean, yeah, each one of these is going to get a line in. Maybe not, but you know. Okay. So these two can be one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, it's going to be 2 different towers. Both taking... This one taking in silicon and copper. This one taking in silicon, titanium, and maybe stone. We'll see. I don't care about stone. If, you know, you haven't been able to tell yet. Now, I might bury these two, just to get, 1, 2 into the heart of it. What? How am I out of my miners? Oh man, oh that's not good. Yeah. The problem is I've got like 10 stacks worth of everything. Oh, these are temporary. I'm not going to be calling in, we're not going to be dealing with warpers here. Miners. There we go. Don't need those. Yeah. Let's just get them out of my inventory. Alright. So. Okay, so. Why did I bring matrix slabs? Ugh, not pay enough attention. Okay. But I don't need to do that right this second. So we're gonna have copper, we're gonna have titanium, we're gonna have iron. And we're gonna have silicon. The North Pole? Yes. Okay, generally try to keep from north up. I mean, I want to keep these, more useful by than just having, a single resource thing, especially since this is a gonna be a mining plant, gonna be critical to infrastructure CTI, and that means that we need to make good use of space. This isn't just to slap down the miners um, and forget about it situation just yet. Well, there will be those, but this is not one of them. Man, there's so much soil to get here. Because this is where was dug out to make the belt. So all this is above that. All this surface is above that, so that's all soil we can pick up as we're building. So whatever. It's only gonna be like a few from copper, because there'll be one here, and then a third one down here for all of those. Hmm. Alright. Where are those miners? Thank you. Way more than I need, but that's what we're gonna get. Yeah. those are. That's one. That's another. That's another. That's another. And there we go. Yeah, that's how hard up we are for silicon. I do not like this. Oh, that's not a good placement. There we go. There's another. There's another. Okay. Those are each one. Actually. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I thought. There. Ah, of course I buggered that one up. Come on. There we go. Alright. Yeah. That's a thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's definitely true. Oh, no. We're going to be so hard up for silicon. That's going to be a massive, massive bottleneck for us. Oof. But that's okay. That's good. Okay. Interestingly enough. Theoretical max, 68.4. Adding 3 to that. 1.8. Yeah. get this belted up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Could just do one for each of them, but that's not a thing. Four and one more. Oh, come on. Ugh, alright, fine. Yeah, that'll get that. That Daniel. Better than lithium. I don't know. I actually don't really know the song. Alright. So. Jesus Christ. That is gonna be problematic. Yeah. I do like how they color code the vessels. Um, there's obviously orange for copper, blue for the that kind of greenish blue for silicon, white for nothing, slash whitish things. So, I might go to the other planet just to mine it for silicon. There's like one patch. And I'd be able to just slap down. I mean, one energy exchanger would do it. Which just means I need to really get on actually making those things. Alright. Well, unfortunately, we are not able to get done as much as I wanted to do, but we have gotten a lot done tonight. Can we get this situated quickly? I think so. Again, we don't want it to be especially with having so much or so little silicon in our system. I mean, one of the first things we're going to do is go find some fractal silicon. And that's going to be one of the first things. First things we're going to look for are crystal silicon, organic crystal veins, and probably spiniform. I might be completely forgetting about something. However, what else can we... Entire star cluster. Okay, so we don't need stone brick. Do we need glass? No. But we haven't, like, worked out. We haven't really worked out what kinds of... we haven't put in the titanium glass facility yet. Because we can't do titanium glass yet. So, we do need more copper smelting. But, you know, for purple science, belt of purple, we currently have 2 belts set up there on the other planet. That means 2 belts of particle broadband, which means 4 belts of crystal silicon. So, alright, we can do this. That's a mistake. What? God damn it. Thank you. But yeah. Alright. So. And it's going to be the same distance because it's still in 2 seconds. So. I don't want to do a full thing for the crystal silicon, but we kind of have to. Wait a minute. No, it's... 1, 2, 3, 4. And, quick crunch. So that's just gonna look ugly. But, it's what, you know, it's what it'll take. So 1, 2. God damn it. You know, I don't know why I'm still playing. I have to. I should get to bed. Unfortunately. This is one of those makes the days blend together type kinds of games. Your friends forget you exist. Yeah, definitely not doing the wind turbines anymore. Because it pushes everything else into other equatorial bands. Whatever, latitudinal bands. Longitudinal bands? What would be interesting is if, with the new littering system, that when you place something over a stone like that, that it just becomes litter. You still have the option of deleting or picking it up. And that would make it easier to pick it up, you know? I'm still in favor of the manual putting it down if you run over a planned thing. we'll get crystal silicon going, and I'm ending the episode. Alright, I'm gonna be so pissed if I have to tear this up. Just simple as that. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Dang it. Alright. Actually, yeah, let's not do that just yet. Yeah, let's not do that. Alright. Okay. Oops. Not there. From there to there. There to there. Damn it. So, from there to there, there to there, and you to there. Alright. That's... what the hell? Okay. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. 14. 14. 15. 15. Crap. 15. It's gonna be so much longer. Let's get these first. 2, 3, 4. I said 4. Thank you. Forty-five, 45, 45, 45. 60, 60, 60, and 60. Oops. Right. You know, that's going to be a pain in the ass. I don't want to make it, and we don't need it for additional broadbands. We only need the 4. Oh, crap. Alright. So here we can also do local demand remote supply. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't know. Copper, I guess. So if we're putting it in there, what? Perfect. Stamp out the yellow flashing. There we go. Because we don't like the yellow flashies. They mean things aren't working. Come on. Just like 2 more minutes. That's all I need you to do, mouse. Local command, remote command. Alright. Ooh. Interesting. And that's good. But yeah, doing this enables more bandwidth of getting vessels of titanium over to the other planet. Because, yeah, these are slow-ass boats. What's this one? Copper. Let's do iron on this one. Yes. 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 It's finally shipping. Fucking finally. Alright. Ugh. Why was that so painful? I don't know, man. But we will see. Oh, you know what? Kind of want to watch it happen. Dang it. No. Alright. As much as I'd like to watch it happen, it's not needed. We'll get it eventually. And yeah, starting off with Mecha Core, that means we'll have a bigger battery, and then we can immediately research charging up faster, and Mecha Warp. I shouldn't do that one yet, because we don't have warpers. Doesn't make sense if you don't have warpers. Whoa, what? Okay, wait a minute. First thing to research is research speed. Come on. Alright. Then, Bane's utilization. Can't do that one. Then, Mecha Core. Energy circuit. Do I need to move faster? No. Do I need more inventory? Well, it's green. And also no. That'll be nice. That's green. That's in Q. Oh, in Q full. Alright. So yes, slowly ticking down. Excellent. Alright. Well, I'm actually going to be signing off for this for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. Shit, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it's fine. Uh, yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you had fun. I certainly enjoy it. And I will see. Thanks for coming to the party, and I'll see you at the next one.